Welcome to the stream. Just busy joining the server. Okay, track is loading up. So, the race starts in just under 45 minutes time, which means I've got about 40 minutes of practice. I last did practice on Tuesday on my last stream, so now I'm going to do a good few laps, probably do at least one race distance, get a good feel for the car. What I did figure out is there's a big difference in the handling of the fixed setup that I ran a couple laps with the other day.
Potter, radio check.
And the open setup that I download using the Coach Dave Academy Delta app. The open setup is faster, there's no question. It's just, it's not as stable and forgiving, so I need to drive a bit more careful to make the best use of it. Okay, so my setup is loaded. I can see there on the top of the screen, got the correct setup. So I can jump straight into drive. Let's see who's on track, how many guys. Okay, there's quite a few. Let's check the laps. What the results. Well, there's one guy in the 45. I don't think I'll get there, but I should be able to get a 47 quite quickly. Okay, let's hit the track, see what I can do.
The pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
So as I was saying, at least 40 minutes of practice now. The race starts 15 minutes to the hour.
Exit's clear. Push.
So I've got a decent amount of time to practice. I'm happy it's not raining. That would have been a serious challenge. Taking it very steady through there. Oh, how's it good? I didn't tell you, I played a quick game of Call of Duty the other day. I managed to get into a normal team deathmatch. That was fantastic.
That's a new fastest lap for Lux, 145.5.
That's the mode I enjoy the most, the team deathmatch. I always liked Call of Duty Team Deathmatch. The next favorite mode is Plunder. Because unlike the typical Battle Royale, you can at least respawn with Plunder. But the Team Deathmatch, now that really gets me going. I enjoy it. It's just complete savagery. So I've got a race starting a little bit later, so this is just practice for the race. Whoa, running wide. What did you do? Akshay, man, it sucks.
P2.
Oh, running wide. Ooh. Oh, that sausage curbs are evil. I tried to brake a fraction too late. I'm not sure what my force feedback is turned up to, but it's fairly solid. And hitting that curb and spinning, you feel it in your wrist.
You'll need to slow down to give back the time gained.
So when I got rid of that stupid Xbox Game Pass and just bought the game from Battle.net, the download speeds was at full line speed and it came through quick. I know you don't want to hear it, but I've got a 500 meg line, so that was magnificent. So
P3.
my speciality in racing, whether it's iRacing or anywhere else, is always open wheelers. I tend to have a good feel for high downforce cars. Whereas GT cars, like GT3, etc., it just doesn't work for me. I'm not useless, I just don't click with the cars. I'm not sure. I've never actually enjoyed any of the Black Ops games. I may end up buying it anyway, but
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. The guy ahead's lap time is 152.8.
try to take it in fourth gear, drop too much of RPM. So that section of track is called Aqua Minerale, where I try to take it in fourth gear.
You're outside of track limits there.
It helps with reducing wheel spin. The problem is you need a bit more RPM to climb the hill. I enjoyed Need for Speed Underground, that old game. That thing was amazing. That was my favorite of all the Need for Speeds. There we go, in the 46s.
fastest lap for looks 144.7.
Sorry, when I heard he said a 144, I got distracted and spun. What the? That is absolutely ridiculous. How the hell do you set 144? So you're going to have to do a million laps to get there. Oh wait, it's possible he took some fuel out and did a qualifying run, but still. Okay, let's try and do another lap.
P4. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
No.
We need to watch these track limits. You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty.
I'm going to let Samuel pass. And then I'm going to try and follow him. It helps a lot to get used to the car's loss of aerodynamic grip when you follow another car closely. I may have let him get too far, but anyway, let's see if I can chase him. Half an hour till the race. I gained a fraction on him.
The guy ahead has just posted a 146.3.
That's quick.
You've used half your fuel.
Try to carry way too much speed there. That guy is quick through there. Yeah, the physics in this is impressive. So, for example, I went off and you can see the virtual visor has dirt on it. I can peel it off and then it's clean again. But what's more impressive is if I go onto the track or off the track like this and I rejoin, that dirt that I brought onto the track, a car that is following and touches that dirt will lose grip. Eventually a couple of cars will go through the dirt and clean it up. And it gets even better. There's full weather effects. So if it starts raining, you'll see little puddles forming in certain areas and your car interacts with it like real water. So it's not just a standard loss of grip, it's actual physics. The track also rubbers in, so all those black marks will increase as more and more cars run. They even have, you're going to like this one, certain parts of the track get warmer versus other parts depending how the cars run, what racing line, and it's affected by the angle of the sun. So this is proper, you know, generally it doesn't get much better than this. So things like the tire temperatures, tire pressures, brake wear, brake brake temperatures, everything makes a difference.
Of fuel remaining.
Oh man, that was... I went way too much.
This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits.
I think I've damaged the car. I'm just pushing hard trying to improve my lap time, but my overall pace generally is fine. Had big oversteer. I think it's a tiny amount of damage, but it's fine. So if I go into the garage, you'll be able to see this is the first page where you do tires in aero. So in other words, your front wing, rear wing, and your tire pressures are here. You can also see your tire wear as well. Here's where the magic happens. Here is where you set your suspension. As you can see, it's quite complicated. But it gets worse because on some of the fancier cars, there's even more settings. So if we go to the weather, you can see this is the weather prediction over the next while. Thankfully, there's no rain coming, which I'm very happy about. For me, the main thing is track temperature. When it's around 26, it means it's quite cool, which means it's very, very grippy. Too many options. Now, this is a basic car, relatively speaking, which means that the setup isn't super complicated. So, for example, let me give you a simple one. You see it says the spring rate 106. It means that that's the stiffness of the spring. Ah, you're going to leave. Oh, well. Thanks for coming anyway. Cheers. But I'll carry on giving my very basic explanation of what the springs does. So basically what this springs is how stiff the car is. So the stiffer it is, the quicker the car wants to change direction in fast corners, which is great unless it's bumpy. And if it's... thanks. So if it's a bit bumpy, the track, which is quite a few tracks, then the car will bounce offline and you tend to have a lot of understeer and oversteer moments. So generally what you do is you try and find the best balance between stiffness and responsiveness and softness and compliance over bumps. So generally for a lot of cars you tend to have softer at the back, stiffer at the front, so you got good traction when you're coming out of slow corners. You want the car to just settle a bit to give you the traction, so that's why it's softer at the back. And stiffer at the front, so you have a good turn in, especially in faster corners. So that's quick lecture on springs. Okay, let me go for a couple more laps.
Pit exit's clear.
I see he spelled Vicent. I'm not sure if if that's his actual name or a spelling error. But he's closing in on me at a speed. Okay, I'm going to try that move again to follow someone, and hopefully I don't spin out and crash. Okay, I may have to take this call. Hello? Sorry, who am I speaking to? Hello? Unfortunately,
That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
the call was, I'm not sure what the hell was going on with the call, but the message was work, unfortunately. Let's carry on. It's about 20 minutes till the race. Yeah, so it's 20 minutes till the race. I'm gonna quit in about 15 minutes this session, register for the race, and then that'll be that. Nah, taking that in fourth gear isn't a good idea.
Watch the track limits.
So my lap times aren't bad. I got into the 46s within a few minutes of entering the session, so I'm happy with that. I just need to dial it back a bit and focus on consistency now. You have to really attack those curbs. So that's the Variante Alta chicane, and you basically have to kamikaze the thing. Obviously you can overdo it and slam into the wall, so there is a limit, and there's also a track extension warning, penalty actually.
P5.
That's a good start to the lap. Yeah, that confirms it.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted. You'll need to give back the time gained.
But what if I don't want to? They've changed the penalty system again. Leclerc, you say? They changed the penalty system, these bastards. They absolutely nail you now. You can't just like back off a fraction and then it'll go down to 0. You can check that it went back to over a second. So you have to seriously back off. To be honest, I'm disappointed with old Charles Leclerc. I think he's got genuine pace, and especially over one lap. But it seems like in races he does some weird shit which makes no sense. And it's almost like he murders his tires. Because when he first entered F1, I think he was driving, I can't remember what shitty car he was in. And I think it was the Alpha. And man, he was impressive in that thing. So I thought he would jump into the Ferrari and whip ass, but it didn't really go that way. We'll know what happens next year when Hamilton pulls in. It should be interesting.
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, Hamilton will push him hard. I'm fairly confident of that. If anyone would push him hard, it's Hamilton. Although I agree with you, Sainz has done a far better job than I thought he would.
Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. That's your fastest lap. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
I've seen like almost a pattern with Ferrari. They tend to have a good start to the season and then they fizzle out a bit. I'm not sure, maybe they can't keep up with the rate of development or whatever it is, but they lose their way very quickly as the season progresses.
Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap. You need to slow down, give back some time.
I need to give up on my fourth gear on the second chicane. Doesn't work. I read through the new changes in regulations. There's some interesting stuff coming. They're killing the MGUH. It's not very effective part on the car when it comes to what they say is road relevance. So you don't really use a MGUH on a road car, so they don't need to use it on F1 anymore. And then the way they gonna use the MGUK is much more interesting. In other words, they're gonna generate a lot more power. In fact, from what I could see, they're gonna manage the cars closer to the way hypercars are being managed in the World Endurance Championship in terms of the virtual fuel tank type way of operating.
P5. Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
I agree. The fuel flow limit, I don't have a problem with that. In other words, 100 kgs per hour or whatever it is now is fine. They can keep that. So limit the teams to that value, but tell them to refuel. And that safety story is bullshit because other forms of motorsport are doing it safely. And I agree with you. It adds an extra element of strategy to make the races even more interesting.
You're currently 2.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
Okay, I'm going to jump out the session and register for the race and then jump back in.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Yeah, like you say, IndyCars do it. World Endurance Championship do it. So it's the FIA can't say there isn't an FIA series because, like I say, World Endurance Championship. Okay, less than 10 minutes to the race. Let's register. It's going to be a big one. There's already 88 drivers in. Another benefit of the refueling is the cars will be lighter in the beginning. So when the cars are closer and more opportunities for overtaking, the drivers have a lighter car that they can attack with. Now, the cars are monsters. They're huge, heavy, and super fat with fuel in the beginning of the race. And for me, it's absolutely stupid that they've done this all these years. Why they made the cars that big over the years is also, I don't understand that. We went from a car that was around 600 kgs to, 800 or something ridiculous now. The average F1 driver weighs around 73 kgs. So that's like two and a half F1 drivers. That's beyond stupid.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Okay, we are in. My setup is loaded. 106 drivers registered and climbing. Damn! That's a lot. Okay, let's just check if there's no weird weather coming. No, it's dry, thankfully. Lots of dudes have entered. Okay, let's drive.
The pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
So I'm gonna set a modest target for this race. I'm gonna obviously try to qualify. I don't really enjoy starting from the back. And then
The pit exit is clear. Push now.
depending on whatever happens, I would just like to get a top 10 finish and not crash out. The thing is with these F4 races is it's generally a bunch of cowboys. Everyone wants to be the next Ayrton Senna. And that's the thing. You would think by now the guys, after having that many accidents, they think, hold on, I can't win the race in the first corner, so let me just like chill, just for once. But no. You'll even hear a guy come on voice chat on the start of the race and say, guys, take it easy first corner. And they still, someone will smash everyone to bits.
The leader has just done a 146.5.
Thank you. Ooh, this guy is probably going to be super quick. I'm assuming he's going to have a massive iRating. Not really, but I think he's faster than me. I agree with you. Sometimes it happened to me. I think on the last race, I had a bad start, got into an incident, and I was last at the end of the first lap. I'm just going to move over and let this guy by. I was last at the end of the first lap, and
On your left. Clear left.
I recovered, I think, to 7th or something like that. Just because guys were taking each other out. I was at Road America quite a few races back. Road America is one of my favorite tracks, and I qualified in top 4 or somewhere around there. And you were right, it was a very clean start, and I managed to get P2. And
8th place.
it was so much of fun. I was fighting for the lead, yes, but from what I could see, the leader wasn't trying to fight me in terms of run me off the road. He was racing clean, but to pull off a clean pass and keep it was going to be risky because of the slipstreaming on that track. You can't just open a gap. So eventually I finished second, but it was still a nice clean race and guys driving respectfully.
Sector 1 is 1.2 off the pace. 2 time is quick.
I'm starting to catch this guy back up again. And that's the thing. For me, racing is about, did I enjoy it, yes or no? And that's basically it. If I can get a win, great. I'll always take a win. But I don't have to get a win to enjoy the racing.
B7, that puts you 1.2 off the leader's pace. That lap was a 147.7. They'll invalidate this lap, track limits.
No! Why is that? Damn it. I was driving with the fixed setup and it was so much more stable. I got no time. I was about to say, let me jump in to the fixed setup, just do a quick comparison, maybe I can get similar times, but I think it's too late now. Oh, 1 minute till the race starts.
The leader has just done a 146.4. New fastest lap for Manzano, 146.2.
Let's check if I can squeeze in
P9.
one lap before the race starts. Nah. I was pushing hard, obviously. Made a mistake. I think that's it for me. Good practice. Race is about to start. I'm trying to do as many open wheel races in the last few weeks as possible to slowly build up to jumping into the iRacing Grand Prix Tour. I used to race a lot on the Grand Prix series, won several races,
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
and I won a couple of championships way back in the day. But currently with iRacing, the only part of the Grand Prix series that's active is the Grand Prix Tour. And
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
why I need the practice is it's full race distance. So it means I could be racing for like 80 to 90 minutes in one race, probably do 2 pit stops. In other words, a lot of driving, and the car is quick and it's ridiculous. So I'm really looking forward to that, but I just want to prepare myself for it. So F4 is where I'm starting. I did an F3 race the other day. It was nice. For me, F3 and F4 is very similar. Okay, let's see who's in the race. Lots of people. Okay, so I'm not the worst here. Not the best as well. I'm sure there's some genuinely quick dudes in this thing. So let's see what happens. Okay, I've got my setup loaded. Yeah, I don't think I should change setups now. I think it's too late in the game. If I'm going to race on, not if, I'm planning to race again Saturday, then I'll probably try in practice.
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
I'll try and practice the difference between
You've had a black flag. We'll need to come into the pits.
the fixed setup and the open setup. I get the feeling that the open setup is twitchier but faster, but I haven't compared it, so I need to be sure.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
And that's it for the warm-up or practice. Time for qualifying. I wonder, oh yes, I think I can. I didn't realize I had qualifying setups. Damn, I didn't practice qualifying, son of a bitch. Okay, this is gonna suck because I've got absolutely no practice in for qualifying because I forgot that this is open setup. Oh well, let me set a steady first lap and see what happens after that.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. We've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Okay, so this is qualifying. I get 2 flying laps, so this out lap is not counted. When I cross the line, it'll be my first of 2 laps. If I touch
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 26 Celsius.
If I touch the grass and get a small 1x penalty, that lap is cancelled immediately. So I need to do a clean lap. Any, like cutting a corner, bumping a wall, spinning, all of those things will cancel the lap. So in other words, if I run wide here and get a penalty, that's that little track warning, that's it, cancelled. So I'm going to try and set a lap that's not necessarily quick, but just clean, just to get a banker in. I'm hoping to do that. That will give me a chance to then set a faster one on lap 2. Okay, let's go. No, damn it! And that lap's cancelled. I ran too wide, missed the apex, and a spot. That means I've only got 1 lap left to set the qualifying lap. That's the reason I want to try the other setup. This feels for me a bit too unstable. Oh well, let's try again. Okay, we're starting our final lap. Well, the tires and brakes are now warm, so hopefully I'll get some decent grip. Fuel is good.
That's a new fastest lap for Faust, 146.0. P4, that puts you 0.8 off the pace.
It was a lot better lap. Let's see how it goes in the race. So what I felt I was doing was I missed the apex because I was trying to go for a late apex. And I went so late that I missed it completely. So I was very far from the apex. So instead of having a nice smooth line, I had a much tighter line where I put a lot more load on the car. And the way I understand it, that's probably what caused the back to step out. But I'll take what you say. Hopefully, maybe it'll help me. But I've got between now and Saturday to do a bit more practice and try and fix some of these errors. There's no question, this setup is quick. I just need to drive better. Okay, let me load the race setup so I don't run out of fuel in the race. And that's 14 liters. I think it's a 12 lap race, more or less. It's 20 minutes. Okay, let's see, where am I in there? According to this, I'm currently P5, so I'm not completely useless.
That's the end of the session, P5.
Several people didn't qualify, and it means that there's going to be some craziness in the beginning. I just want to get a clean start. Oh well, let's get on the grid. If I can survive the first lap, I think I've got a chance of a decent result.
out there. Head down, stay sharp.
That's the plan. So the guy in pole
The field is on the grid.
is quicker. He's a good 1.5 seconds faster than me. Okay, let's just check the fuel to be safe. Yep, that's all perfect.
Five cars left to grid.
I hope everyone grids and doesn't. Hope someone doesn't miss the race. Because if everyone grids, normally the countdown clock jumps to 0 quicker, but it didn't do that. Okay, it's just about time.
P5, 20 minutes. Concentrate, be ready. Green, green, green. That's 20 minutes to go.
Right side. Clear right.
Oh, there's a big incident behind me. So this guy behind me, Robert Sadler, I think he's the one with the highest iRating in the race. He's probably going to attempt some moves now. So I had a clean start. Now I just need to focus on not making mistakes. There's a move here for position. There's a few guys in the pits. The guy behind me is gone, I think. I don't want to lose the slipstream. I'm starting to fall behind. Because if I lose it,
The driver in front of us is Faust.
If I lose it, I'll be a sitting duck. So Jamie, who's just in front of me, I just need to get a bit closer.
We just cut the track.
It's fine. I can take it.
The leader's gone off. The next car's the leader.
Shame, that must suck for Benjamin. I wonder what happened.
The leader has just done a 145.9.
Yeah, it sucks if you're leading the race and you have to fall back. So this guy behind me, Nacho, he is being fairly aggressive. If he attempts to move, I'm going to let him by. I'm not going to fight him. So I've closed up a little bit on Jamie.
Defend hard, make them work for it.
Whoa, damn it!
There's an incident in, very anti-alter. We think it might be Faust. Keep pushing, we might get him back. Track limits, we're looking alright here. Keep your concentration nice and smooth. 15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. You need to slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty. Yellow flag, looks like P2's gone off in. That's a 1.
I have to give up this position because of the penalty.
On your right. Clear right.
I got a penalty for going off because the guy in front of
Car
me
right.
went off. So that sucks, but it is what it
Still
is.
there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Clear right.
Just need to settle back.
The gap to Faust, ahead.
Left side.
Yeah, he can go. He's being super aggressive.
Clear left.
Ah, damn it.
Don't
You
give
gotta-
up, keep him under pressure.
He got on my inside and then hit the brakes. So I've got damage.
Wing is damaged.
We've been called into the pits by the stewards for repairs.
Press and hold the reset button and we'll come and get you.
So I avoided one, couldn't avoid the second one. I'll finish the race, but it's very disappointing.
All the damage is repairable.
And that's what I don't understand. The guy was so aggressive. He dive bombed me into that corner, which is fine. I saw him coming. But I wanted to turn in like normal. He just like hit the brakes. And then that's it. I'm not sure it's that Nacho guy that's saying sorry that took me out or what, but damage is done.
The leader's just done a 144.9.
So now I have to wait for the car to be repaired, and I'm just going to go and do my laps and finish the race. Absolutely disappointing. But it's not a problem. I will be back. I'll probably do another race tomorrow before the one on Saturday. So I have to wait for the towing, which is over a minute left. Then it'll be a fast repair. It'll probably be 5 or 10 seconds, and then I can get back on track. But now I'll be a I'll be a back marker. So I went from being in 5th place, which was awesome, down to basically last. And the worst part is I had that incident where the guy spun off in front of me, and there was almost nothing I could have done there. This guy who I had an incident with now. Maybe I could have just hit the brakes and just let him go and not try to take a normal line. But for me, that's racing. I'm supposed to be able to go side by side with someone and not get taken out. Okay, it's almost time for the car to be towed. So that's the virtual towing of the car and bring it into the pits. Okay, now we are officially in the pits. Let me get ready to drive.
Well done. Get going.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now.
The leader is coming to lap me.
Blue flag. There's an incident in Tamburello. It looks like it's Cairoli. Ten minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Halfway home. Fuel's good.
So I'm in 18th position. My focus now is to run clean laps till the end so I can at least get a bit of safety rating back.
The gap to Jan ahead is now 18 seconds.
I've got decent race pace.
Incident in Tamburello. It looks like Jan.
So based on what I saw in that first bit
18th.
when I was running in P5, my race pace isn't bad. It's just that it's difficult to plan for some craziness like what happened. Oh, that's interesting. The guy in fifth place was close to lapping me, just made a mistake. So that's Jamie Foster, the guy that I was close to.
P19. Your last lap time was at 146.6.
So I mean that's a decent lap time according to me. Guys are getting upset.
I think P2's binned it in. Very anti-alta. You've used half your fuel. Yellow flag.
No, you... What an idiot.
Blue flag.
He could see I was there and he just reversed onto the track.
The gap to Kazmakiewski behind is now 3.4. There's an incident in Tamburello. Looks like it's Seidler.
So, general rule, if you spin and you want to rejoin,
B18, focus on the exits. We can go faster here.
you're supposed to look at the relative box, look for a clean gap where you can enter safely and then rejoin. What he did was just brain damage.
The car in front of us is Kraus. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Ten minutes of fuel remaining. Push, 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 or we'll lose this place.
Nah, I don't think so. I've got 4 seconds over the next guy, and he's not exactly closing on me, so I don't need to push.
– 16th place.
I've made a couple positions. I'm actually pulling away from that guy. Just a couple more laps to go.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Because I wasted obviously a lot of race time by getting towed and going to the pits. So I don't get to do the full 20 minutes.
ahead is Kraus.
I'm seeing a car ahead, but I take it that's the guy that lapped me earlier. I'm gaining, but I think the damage is done. It's way too late to do anything about that. And from what I can see, the guy that's in second place in the race, I'm actually catching him up.
The leader has just done a 1:45.0.
That's quick. That's Oriel Servier, and unless I'm wrong, he's a real IndyCar
One more
driver.
lap to go. That last lap was a 1:46.8. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Race is almost over, so fuel is irrelevant now.
The leader has just done a 1:44.7.
I'm cruising around in my 146s. 44s is, I can't understand how to go that fast.
P16, that's it. We're done.
Checkered flag. Bring it back to the pits. We're going.
Quickly escape before someone tries to plow into me. So I'm gonna try to replay my accident. Let's jump into the chase cam. So there I was minding my own business. Let's I think that's where it happened there, the first one. I think. Yep, that's where it happened. So there I am, minding my own business. Guy spins. I could have maybe ducked left, but I was already committed to going right, so then it was too late. But now because I got a penalty, I had to back off and give up a couple of positions because the game claims a track extended. So let's fast forward to where the other guy did the dive bomb. So I just want to see who it was. I'm not going to protest or anything. Just okay. So it wasn't who I thought it was, but it's fine. So let's jump into his car. So he sees me in front. So at this point, I wouldn't have attempted a move here, but he just went in. So I was trying to turn in. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's his fault. Yeah, the impression I got is when I turned in, I expected him to be much further on. And it seems like he just, because he came in at such a speed, he had to brake to make the corner. And he was way too slow and I hit him, which is a pity. So I'm not going to blame him for that. But the bottom line is, we both had our races ruined by one move. I don't think it was a legit overtaking move at that point, but he went for it anyway. Like I said, if it was me, I would have backed out of that move and tried later. That's a pity, but good news. There's another race starting in a few minutes. I'm not sure if I'm going to give that a go or not. That's the fixed one, so maybe I should jump in to a quick practice, see what it feels like, and maybe I might do that race. Let's see, where are we? Not that one, that one. Lots of guys already registered. Now that's the impression I got. It seems like once he got side by side, he had to brake and lost a lot of speed on the exit. So I turned in expecting him to be half a car length at least in front of me, but he wasn't. But it still is my fault in the sense that I bumped him. He didn't like reverse into me or something, so. So if I do a few minutes of practice with a fixed setup, maybe I can do this race and then call it a night. That's if this doesn't turn out to be a smash fest as well.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Okay, just waiting for the inspection to be complete. Mm, 18 minutes to go and we've got 72 drivers registered. Okay, let's go.
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear. Push.
Right side, clear right.
leader has just done a 146.4.
If I can do 46s with this setup, I'll be very happy. I doubt it, but if I can, it'll be cool because then I can use it in the other race as well. The brakes are shit. That I can tell you immediately.
On your left, clear left. On your right. Clear right.
Whoa, that guy's gone. Whoa, what the hell?
Go left.
That's a new fastest lap for Price, 145.6.
Blue car ahead.
Fastest lap for Sandberg, 144.8. P7.
That's a good time.
You got a blue car on the right.
Car left. Clear left.
Sector 1 is 1.2, off the pace.
This setup seems so much more forgiving. The other one is fast, but it feels very twitchy at the limit compared to this.
Sector 2 is 0.6, off the pace.
I'm fairly happy with these times.
New fastest lap for Sandberg, 144.4. Sector 3 is 0.8, off the pace.
Car 5, just left the London lap. 45.373.
Sector 1 is 0.5, off the pace. Track limits, they'll invalidate this lap.
Pushed a little bit too hard there.
You got it. Slow power on the left. Go right.
So if you just joined, I'm currently in practice for race number 2. First race went like shit. Got into a fender bender. First incident was in a guy spun off in front of me and I lost a couple positions. Second incident was partly my fault,
P10.
and that cost me basically everything. "10 minutes to go till the race."
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. The car in front has just done a 146.1.
So you can attack that quite a bit. In fact, you can get 4 wheels, I think, over the white line on the exit of that chicane, and it's still acceptable. I think I can push it even harder, but I don't really want to take risks and risk the penalties.
That's your best lap in the session. That lap was at 146.3.
That's my fastest lap ever. So it shows that
This lap won't count. You've cut the track.
there's quite a bit of pace on this fixed setup. Nah, I ran wide. Tried to push it a bit to see if I can use 4th gear through there. It worked in the sense that I gained time, but unfortunately I had a track extension. And there. But my pace isn't bad. I'm very happy with the lap times.
The guy in front has just done a 146.2. P12.
So that was a slightly faster lap.
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace.
Yeah, this car's setup is so much better. I've got a lot more confidence. I can feel I can push a lot harder. And I don't know if that other one is faster than ran wide there, because
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
I've set faster lap times with this setup, and I don't feel like I'm going to crash and spin. The problem is qualifying is with this setup. There's no qualifying setup that's got less fuel, so I'll end up setting similar lap times in qualifying. Whoa!
You got the car on the right. Car stopped ahead.
They had some decent laps there. Like I was saying, my pace with this setup is ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. Normally a custom setup should be faster.
That's a new fastest lap for Sandberg, 144.2.
Pit boxing 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. Okay, punch it.
Okay, let's check the results. According to the list, I've fallen down to 16th place. Alpha Tauri Ferrari Alpine. So I can set low 46s, which for me is plenty. I think that's all I'll need for the race. Let's see how much of time it is. 5 minutes till the race. Just want to go check if there is a qualifying setup. Nah. So I will qualify on race fuel. Let's check. 17 liters, which is, unless I'm wrong, a lot more than I need for the race. And I still set faster lap times. That's ridiculous.
Got 20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. You're all clear, stay behind the line.
Three car ahead.
4 minutes till the race. I'm going to try and treat
The guy behind has just done a 146.5.
I'm going to try and treat this like a qualifying run. See what it feels like.
17th place.
And he's off.
Delete this lap. You've cut the track.
Not really, but still. Nah, missed the apex. So that was my first attempt at qualifying practice. So it's a low 47. I need to obviously go a lot faster. Whoa! The car feels really loose there.
The guy behind has just done a 146.3.
It's almost time for the race. And there we go. Thomas is doing what I'm doing, jumping in. That dumbass. Okay, now we're loading up for race number 2. I really hope that this goes better, but we'll see. If I can get to do a 46 in qualifying, I'll be happy. Okay, let's check.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Okay, no crazy
2
weather.
minutes to go. 2 minutes.
So the weather is looking good. I'm happy with that. And we have 23 drivers starting the race. This is going to be a tough one.
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. The pit exit's clear.
So just a quick 2-minute warm-up before qualifying. So there's probably less than a minute left on the clock. It's actually about 13 seconds left. Just want to jump out before someone decides to smash into me for fun. So I qualified, I think, 5th at the last race, or 6th, somewhere around there. I hope to do the same now. It would make my life so much easier. Okay, that's it. Let's qualify.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now. We've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
So just like before, 2 laps qualifying, private session. I would like to try to do a banker lap on the first lap, because the tires are cold and the brakes also cold.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 26 Celsius.
That's a good temperature. Okay, starting our first flying lap.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Yeah, it's looking good so far. Not spectacularly fast, but I'll take it.
One more lap.
That's pole.
For now, yeah. No, I'm hitting the curbs. And that's it. I was trying to push a bit harder, but I set my 46. Hopefully it's good enough to be in the top 5. It's P2 for now. If I could have done a 46.2 or 3 like I was doing in practice, it would have been cracker. I think my second lap I had the potential to get there, but I messed it up, so that's that. I also get the feeling there's going to be a lot of guys that don't want to qualify. This Pablo Fernandez 6, for example. Unless I'm wrong, he's got... Ah, never mind, I was wrong. He did qualify and he took pole. So I'm in P3. P4. P5. That's a cracking time, 45.9. So there's 4 guys that still need to qualify. I don't know if they will though. Okay, so if those guys haven't hit the track by now, they are not gonna qualify. I wonder if you can see. Apparently, the next update of iRacing, you'll be able to see the other drivers. In qualifying, that is. Right now, you can't see anyone else beside yourself. Okay, time is almost up for qualifying. Five seconds. And that's it.
That's the end of the session, P5.
So if I could just hold on to this P5, it would be nice. Okay, let's go.
The estimated SOF is 1,681. It's competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp. Five cars left to grid.
Hopefully we'll have a quick start. There's a few more cars that gridded. That means we should be able to get into the race a little bit quicker. Come on, don't do the whole countdown of the minute.
Still waiting on 2 cars.
Ah, you bastards.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
Just one guy wasting our time.
Everyone's gridded.
Okay, cool.
P5. The track temp is 25. The air temp is 24 Celsius. Heads up, we're going green. Go, go, go.
And it's a go. Let's hope no one does something stupid. The first race was a clean start.
Car right. Clear right. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
This guy was determined to get past me. And he's gone. So Callum is behind me. I hope he's not going to try something stupid. Is someone running wide? Please, Callum, don't dive bomb. Okay, he didn't.
Fernandez is leading the race.
Car right, clear right.
So Roger had a problem. He lost his lead. I think he was the one that started in pole.
Right side. Still there. Clear right.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
I'm just trying to keep my position. I made the mistake of thinking Roger, since he was recovering from going off track, would give up his position, but he didn't. He's probably desperate to get back to towards the lead. So I need to now focus on clean laps and stick with Roger. He'll help me get towards the front. So the guy just behind me, I'm starting to pull away. So me and Roger are catching those guys up. The leader is opening up a... Whoa!
Looks like P2's gone off in Buratella.
That was close. I have no idea why the car did that. It never did it before. But man, that was code brown.
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. Awesome stuff, mate. Keep it coming.
Roger made another mistake.
We think P2's gone off in Buratella 2. New fastest lap for Fernandez, 146.3. P2, that's the fastest lap of the race. That lap was a 147.7.
So I'm running in P2. I don't think I'll be able to catch the leader. Pablo is
The gap to Fernandez ahead
fast.
is now 4.9 seconds.
He's got some genuine pace. Piss
The
off.
stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
I gained a fraction on Pablo. So I think me and Pablo are
There's an
sitting.
incident in, we're back to 2. We think it might be Schultz.
Yeah, me and Pablo are setting similar times. I just set fastest lap of the race. Wow. No! Why? I was doing so well until I cocked it up. I was just pushing too hard. I wanted to catch Pablo. But that's just typical. That's me. Damn it!
Incident in, very anti-alto. The gap to Jan ahead is increasing. It's now 2.9.
If I had just maintained my pace, but no. So I think I'm in P7 or P8 now. Okay, P6.
B6.
Okay, he's gone off completely.
Come on, keep digging. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. Looks like P4 has gone off in Aqua Minerale.
I see Rogers chasing me down. gonna be it's gonna be tough keeping him behind. He's also quite quick.
Leader is running 47.148.
Yeah, I set an absolute cracker fastest lap of the race, and then I messed it up after that.
The other man, stay on it. P4, that's the fastest lap.
Car left, clear left.
Nah, he just threw me off my
Slow
line.
in, fast out. Keep the inside line covered. Track limits. You'll need to slow down to give back the time gained.
Left side. Clear left.
Nah, that move he tried just distracted me.
You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 1.0 seconds. He's slower than us into Revezza 1.
Roger is quick, but it seems like he's doing what I'm doing, making too many mistakes. So I'm back to P5. Basically where I started.
P5, keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. We've been warned about track limits.
Having way too many incidents. I think we are closing in on the guy in third place quite nicely.
Ray has just been disqualified.
That means too many incidents.
The car in P19 just set the fastest lap 45.921.
There's an incident in Revezza 2. It looks like Arriera.
That's behind me.
The guy in front has just done a 146.2. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Stay on it, this isn't over yet.
There's a chance Roger's going to do something crazy. I can smell it. There it's happening as we speak.
behind has now decreased to 0.5. Don't let this guy intimidate you.
That's not the plan.
You need to push if we're going to hold this position.
On your left, clear left.
When I did the correction, I bumped the pit lane speed limiter. Damn it!
P6.
Ah well. P6 for me then.
The car behind you closing on you.
The gap in front is now 2.6 seconds. We've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Race is almost over.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
There's just over 2 minutes left in the race. So it's this lap and one more, I think.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, so what happened was when I was exiting Reversa 2, I ran a fraction wide,
In this session.
and when I tried to correct it, I touched the pit lane speed limiter, and I was like, what the hell? I didn't realize that was the problem.
There's an incident in Tamburello. Looks like it's Schultz.
So that's behind me. Seems like I'm destined to finish 6th.
Last lap.
Final lap. Just need to do it.
One
Do a
more lap
clean
to
one.
go. That's your fastest lap. think P3 has binned it in. Very anti-alta. Yellow flag.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right. On your right. Right side. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
What a schmuck. What a schmuck. And that's it, done. Final corner and he does that.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Pla is now in the lead.
Yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think I'll be able to recover
2
from it.
litres left.
Oh, man.
The guy in front is Shelton.
I can't believe Roger did that. That was absolutely disgusting.
Shelton has retired from the race.
So I left a lot of room for him on the outside. I had the line. I left more room for him. And he just took me out. I'm not sure if I should protest it or not, but that was terrible driving. Oh well, that's it for me. I had 2 bad races. One would have been better if I didn't get taken out at the end. But yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye to Formula 4 and focus on doing something totally different because, I mean, that was just ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, the guy just, I mean, I didn't just spin out. He turned into me and bumped me off so he could get that position, even though he was the one that made the mistake. But anyway, thanks for watching. I think I'm done with Formula 4. It's pointless. I'll jump into the W13 Mercedes and do some Grand Prix racing. Thanks and good night.